Hi, I'm Tina Paulus, your functional health coach, here to talk with you today about how you can get enough vitamin D. Vitamin D is crucial for good health, but too many people simply don't get enough of the sunshine vitamin. And for those of us with mold illness, it's especially important. It's not easy to get most of the time, and it's not in too many foods. So are supplements the answer? Here's the lowdown on this crucial, all too often deficient vitamin, and 3 ways you can get enough of it. When we think of vitamins, we know they're super important for health, but vitamin D is special. It's difficult to get enough vitamin D. Vitamin D is therefore a very common deficiency. So let's talk about how much of this crucial fat-soluble vitamin we need, and how you can get enough. There are 3 ways to get vitamin D. They are sun exposure, consuming vitamin D containing food, and through supplements. So why is vitamin D important, and how much do we need? Vitamin D helps us absorb calcium from our food and acts like a hormone to help us build strong bones. Vitamin D can also help with immune function, cellular growth, and help to prevent mood imbalances such as depression and seasonal affective disorder. Not getting enough vitamin D can lead to bone disease like osteomalacia. Inadequate vitamin D can also increase your risk of heart disease, autoimmune diseases, certain cancers, and even death. The official minimum amount of vitamin D to strive for each day is merely 400 to 600 IU. Many experts think that this is not nearly enough for optimal health. To ensure you get an adequate amounts of vitamin D, you can implement any combination of the 3 vitamin D sources mentioned before on a weekly basis. How can you get enough vitamin D from the sun? Your skin makes vitamin D when it's exposed to the sun. That's why it's referred to as the sunshine vitamin. How much vitamin D your skin makes depends on many things: location, season, clouds, clothing, all affect the amount of vitamin D your skin can produce from the sun. One standard recommendation is to get about 5 to 30 minutes of sun exposure between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to the face, arms, legs, or back. This should be done without sunscreen, at least twice a week. Of course, we should always avoid sunburns, and, of course, in some locations and seasons of the year, it's not easy to get sun exposure. So, how can we get enough vitamin D in other ways? Vitamin D is naturally found in fatty fish, liver, and egg yolks. Some mushrooms make vitamin D when they're exposed to the sun. Some foods are fortified, which means vitamin D has been added. These include milk, some orange juices, breakfast cereals, and yogurt. It will say on the label how much vitamin D has been added per serving. Because vitamin D is fat soluble, you can increase absorption of it from your food if you eat it with some fat, healthy fat, of course. Between sun exposure and food, it still may be difficult to get in even the minimum amount of 400 international units of vitamin D each day. This is why vitamin D supplements are quite popular. So how can you get enough vitamin D from supplements? It's easy enough just to pop a pill or take some cod liver oil, which also contains vitamin A. Since either of these can ensure that you can get the minimum amount of vitamin D plus a bit extra. But before you take vitamin D containing supplements, make sure you check that it won't interact with other supplements or medications that you may be taking. Always read your labels and ask a healthcare professional for advice. Do not take more than the suggested dosage on the label of any vitamin D supplement, except under medical care. The maximum amount recommended for the general population is 4,000 IU a day. Too much vitamin D can raise your blood levels of calcium to an unsafe level, and this can affect your heart and kidneys. The best thing, if you're concerned, is to ask your healthcare professional to do a blood test and make a recommendation about how much vitamin D in supplement form is right for you. Your healthcare practitioner may recommend higher amounts of vitamin D supplementation for a short time while you're under their care. Conclusion? Vitamin D is an essential fat-soluble vitamin which many people have a hard time maintaining adequate levels of. There are 3 ways to get enough vitamin D: sun exposure, through certain foods, and in supplements. I've given you some ideas of how you can get the minimum 400 to 600 IU of vitamin D daily. If you're concerned, it's best to request a blood test that tests your vitamin D levels to be sure that what's right for you. Always take supplements as directed. If you're interested in more great health information, please go to my website, moldillnessmatters.com, and click on the link at the top of the page for my newsletter. Fill this form out, and it will put you on the list to get it. And if you're dealing with a mysterious illness and want to regain your strength and energy so that you can live a life of purpose, sign up for a complimentary discovery call today. Don't wait. The link for that is on my homepage at moldillnessmatters.com also. Just click on it, fill out the form, and it will take you to my scheduler to get you your complimentary discovery call. Let me help you bring function back to your health. And if you know of anyone else who could use this information, please share it with them. Have an abundantly healthful day.